want to talk about another hot take? I am struggling with The Last of Us Part 2, man. I was so excited to get into that game. I hope this Abby section starts to turn things around for me, but I'll tell you, dude, it's such a shame. It's only the story. Like, that game oozes so much production quality and effort across the board in every other way. Like, it's what AAA games should aspire to be. But the story, it's just the way that they decided to present it. I swear to God, it's not the same people from part 1. I guarantee I will put money down on that. There was somebody involved in part 1, or maybe multiple people, that did not carry over to part 2 on the writing team. I guarantee you. I have no doubt. All right, there it is. Glasses can come back. Time's up. Where are we at here? Try me. I offended his game. He gets mighty grumpy if you offend his game. The bean army. You guys didn't even bean me. You just blinded me. I'll do it again. I swear I'll do it again. Enjoyed the beauty. Yeah, look, you wanna keep bombing me with it, and I just have to go through Clair Obscur without being able to see anything. It'd be mighty messed up. I went into the woods and came out with worse opinions? Ridiculous. Both written by the same dude, but it's only the lead writer. It's not just him that worked on it writing-wise. And it's the group that's not the lead writer that I'm referring to here. I guarantee you there was somebody, credited or not, I swear to God, there had to be somebody else on the team for part 1, if not multiple people that were not there for part 2. You can't convince me otherwise. I will die on that hill. Ghostwriter or something else, I'm convinced. It can't be the same thing, like the same group. There's no way. Play Clair Obscur with obscured vision. That right there is a hell of a playthrough run. The story is fire, but so, like, I don't actually have I don't have so much of an issue with the story, but it's the presentation. The decision that they did. Granted, I haven't finished the game. I might end up having a problem with the story by the end of it. If it does what I think it's going to do, we'll see. But the way that they decided to present it, I have an issue with. I think pacing-wise, and I can break down why. It's a very rare instance. Damn it. I'll talk and play. How about that? Gain an AP on perfect dodge once per turn. Can I equip that currently? How do? Yeah, like, I think The Last of Us Part 2, what makes it feel the way it does for me is I think it's one of those extremely rare situations, because usually you look at a movie or a show, and a movie or a show typically will try to adapt a book or a video game or another medium, right? But we very rarely have it done the other way around. The problem with that game's story and the presentation of it is it feels like one of those rare instances where it was meant to be a TV show, where you were meant to have a cutoff point, and they could have gone about this in a way that presents it that way within the game. Even you could have had chapters. You could have done a big title splash card like other games do. You could have made the experience translate to the player better in that way. But it's so wildly unhinged to me that they ignore what a player's process and journey of playing the game is, and made the pacing feel like it goes around via what feels like it's meant for a TV slot, like time slot, and not a video game, not something you sit down with and play in a longer stint, or that's connected to your player experience firsthand. It's strange to me. It really, really is. Maybe by the end of it, it'll convince me otherwise. But so far, that game has suffered so hard for that explicit reason, in my opinion. It's rough. Delphin. I don't have a problem with the story. I just got a problem with the story. I guess kind of. Look, if maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's going over my head. It seems like, tell me otherwise, but it seems like the story is revolving around grief and loss and revenge. No? Do I have the wrong takeaway assuming that? That's the message I've been getting. And if those are the elements of your story, how do you expect a person to feel grief when you don't introduce characters in a way for you to develop any sort of connection? How should I give a shit or care about a character if I haven't been exposed to or know the character before their death? And then guess what happens when they do die? I no longer give a shit about that character because I know there's no future for them. So when you put all of the presentation and opportunity to learn about those characters and their journeys and their lives in cutscenes that happen in the past, or like sections that then occur as flashbacks, I'm already disconnected as a player. I don't care. I know there's no future for them. So suddenly it doesn't matter to me that, oh, wow, that was a real violent death. Okay. Okay, now I'm seeing their journey up to this point. Why should I give a shit if I know the end result? It's doomed. There's no chance for me to connect to them in the hopes of I would love to see more. I'd like to realize what's going to occur because I already know what's going to occur. It's all revenge. That's all it is and ever has been. And you know what? If that's what they want to make it, if that's what they want it to be, fine. But why not just make that the focus of everything you're showing me and in the journey? It seems like they're trying to set up this entire narrative of it's revenge, but the revenge that's being executed is happening to people who are also just trying to survive. And I hope this does not pan out to be the case because I'll genuinely dislike that game to a strong degree. If it turns out to be like a story beat for Ellie or Abby that, okay, revenge is a cycle and we have to break away from it, it'll be the most bullshit, asinine ending that ignores what made part one good. Part one was good because it had the human element towards Joel losing a daughter, becoming very guarded and bitter and detached to his journey with Ellie and life, just existing in life. But he eventually gets to a point of reconnecting to his humanity, of having a second daughter, essentially, and making a decision that his daughter's going to live. And he's going to kill everyone in that hospital to achieve that goal. It's a very human response. There's an element there that is believable and makes for an excellent story. Is it a flawed decision? Is it a selfish decision? Sure. Like, yeah, but that's the point. That's what makes it good, because it's believable and understandable. I swear to God, man, if that game ends where it's like, I don't think, even though I want Ellie dead. I want Ellie dead or Abby dead, or both. You want to make it a poignant, the world is doomed because of revenge, have them kill each other. Maybe that'll work for me. But if they just walk away from it, it is going to be the single most dog shit excuse of writing that you could possibly do with that story. It will make me very upset. I will hope never to see The Last of Us Part 3 if that occurs. And I don't want that because I loved Part 1 so much. I really hope that's not the case. But it seems like that's what they're foreshadowing. They keep hinting at it. They keep setting it up. And you can't tell me that with all the visceral bullshit that keeps happening in that game, that's okay. Like that Ellie could at any point be shocked and deterred from that journey, that personal involvement. Not that quickly. That is so unbelievable. Nobody could go through the things that Ellie went through in that short span of time and get to a point where you'd be like, you know what? Live and let live. Let's let bygones be bygones. There's no fucking way. Same with Abby. Abby's already look at where we left off previously. Oh God. We'll see. We'll see. I will be so disheartened, but we'll see. Last of Us 3 already confirmed and being worked on. I really hope they got better writers for it. Moral of the story is don't make sequels where no one speaks Finnish.